If you are posted in Nagaland after becoming IAS officer, what would be your three first preferences?
Civil society is one of the pillar of the governance and the good governance, and happens to be the non-state actor, but nowadays more involved against the nation as an anti-national wing pillar kind of thing. So how do you see that?
First of all, tell me what are the circumstances behind this drastic fall of rupee?
You mentioned you will be going to Shimla.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so are you aware of the Shimla Accord of 1972?
Do you think US is a bully?
Of a whip in a formal debate team versus the role of a whip in parliament or party politics setup.
May I?
Come
Sirs?
in.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, sirs.
Good evening. Have a seat, Akansh.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Introduce yourself.
Sir, my name is Akansh Dhull. I come from the state of Haryana. I've done BCom honors from Shriram College of Commerce. I graduated in 2022. Sir, presently I'm in the Indian Audit and Account Service. I am an officer trainee presently, doing my on-the-job training in the Office of Principal Accountant General, Accounts and Entitlement in Jaipur, Rajasthan, sir.
Okay. Are you enjoying this training?
Yes, sir. I'm learning a lot of new things, sir. It's a delight.
Okay. So what is DCA?
Sir, detailed classified abstract, sir. In DCA, sir, we have all the we have vouchers from the treasuries sorted out headwise, sir.
Okay. And what is treasury bill?
Sir, there is a treasury bill which the government T-bills which the government raised which the government issues to raise money, sir, in the money market, sir.
So what is the shortest maturity period for T-bills?
Sir, I can't recall correctly. If I can take a guess, sir, it is 1 week to 3 months, sir, perhaps.
Minimum 1 week?
To maximum 3 months to 1 year, sir.
Okay, so minimum 91 days?
91 days to 364 days. Yes, sir.
No, 1 week is also there.
I am not aware, sir.
Okay, fine. So you are now staying in Jaipur for how many months?
So it's just been a week, sir. I joined
Only a week?
1st December, sir.
Okay, you'll come back to where?
I am here in Jaipur for the next 3 months till 22nd February, sir. And then I'll go back to Shimla, our National Academy of Audit and Accounts for 2 weeks, sir. Then we'll again go to Jaipur, sir, for the audit attachment, sir. Then we'll have a 5-week course at the National Academy, sir. And then, sir, we'll be given our first posting, sir.
So, and you're not enjoying the job? You want to become IAS officer or at least IPS?
Sir, I'm thoroughly enjoying my training, sir. It is just that since I was a child, sir, I always had the dream to be in an All India service, sir. And sir, over time I've nurtured the dream, sir. And I believe my personality is more fit to be in an All India service.
Okay, my last question. If you are posted in Nagaland after becoming IAS officer, what would be your three first preferences? What would you like to do there?
I would like to try to have a solution to the insurgency problem for good, sir. Secondly, sir, I would focus on connectivity, road, rail and flight connectivity from Nagaland within the region of Northeast and internationally, sir, to ensure that we have regional connectivity, sir. And thirdly, sir, I would try to have more engagement of people from other parts of India with Nagaland and Northeast, sir. For instance, say through the great Hornbill festival that we have in Nagaland, sir, so that this distinction of mainland and Northeast gets removed, sir.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Okay, Akansh. Recently, it has been announced that the state has to send its entire bill, means exchequer's details to the CAG every month. So why it is so?
Sir, I didn't follow, sir.
Recently, it has been announced that the state exchequer's details has to be sent to the CAG every month.
I haven't followed the particular news, sir. But, sir, as far as I am aware, with my limited knowledge of accounting, sir, the details of the state exchequer go to the CAG every month through the, sir, monthly civil accounts, which the CAG office only prepares, sir. And then the appropriation account and the finance account are also in knowledge of the CAG, sir.
It was in news 10 days before.
Sir, I'll definitely go and read more on that, sir.
See, there has been various issues on the national song these days, and even 10 days discussion has been fixed in the parliament. So what is the issue regarding that national song over that?
Sir, I have not followed this news, sir. I'll read more on that, sir.
Okay, so you must be knowing that civil society is one of the pillar of the governance and the good governance, and happens to be the non-state actor, but nowadays more involved against the nation as an anti-national wing pillar kind of thing. So how do you see that?
Sir, the action taken by some of the civil society organizations might have had a bearing on the country, sir, which is why there is a perception of civil society being anti-national in one sense, sir. But, sir, we have seen numerous umpteen of civil society organizations which work in tandem with the government, sir, and which work in tandem with the citizens, sir, to ensure that governance in India is streamlined and also reaches to the last mile, sir.
See, doctrine of basic structure, which has been propounded under the Kesavan Bharti case 1973, and that has limited the power of the parliament and all that. It's one of the most important invention of the Supreme Court. Now itself under challenge. Why?
Sir, the Constitution of India and its interpretation is a dynamic process. A constitution is a living document, sir. So, sir, it is in the interest of our healthy and a mature and a robust democracy to have continuous discussions and deliberations on the events which have happened in the past, sir. In that light, sir, with changing times, it might be felt that the Kesavananda Bharati and the doctrine of basic structure needs some upgradation to be in contemporary times.
Okay. See, my last question, that constitutionalism has been defined like half filled water glass filled with half water and half empty, in terms of positive constitutionalism and negative constitutionalism. So have you heard about that?
No, sir, I've never heard the distinction, sir. I'll read more on that, sir.
Okay. So
Akansh, what is RELOS? RELOS agreement, RELOS.
Sir, RELOS is a logistics agreement between India and Russia, which allows them to share facilities to manage their logistics well. They can use each other's bases for fulfillment of defense logistics.
Okay, so essentially it is a military pact between the two countries primarily. Okay, so India is also having such kinds of pacts with other countries also, say for United States. Do we have something?
Sir, we have LEMOA.
LEMOA, yes. So when was LEMOA signed between India and US?
Sir, I'm not aware of the year, sir.
When was RELOS signed?
Sir, again, maybe 2021, sir. I believe it was in 2021. I'm not very sure.
Okay, so you're not sure. Okay, no problem. Akansh, currently the rupee vis-a-vis dollar is trending new lows, and there is a general concern among the economists, the entire fraternity. How do you see this movement of rupee against dollar? First of all, tell me what are the circumstances behind this drastic fall of rupee?
Sir, the tariff issue with the United States has caused volatility in the market. That is reason number one. Secondly, sir, there has been an outflow of foreign portfolio and institutional investors out of India, which has led to the depreciation of rupee. And thirdly, it is about falling exports of India due to, again, the tariff issue and a lack of a free trade agreement in that regard, sir.
Do you think US is a bully?
Sir, the recent actions of United States seem to change the rules-based international order and to tweak them in a way favorable to it, sir.
Okay, so in a sense, we can say that United States, as of now, is functioning like a bully. If we see its relation with India, or maybe the recent engagement with Venezuela or with China, we see a similar trend. So, what is happening with regards to Venezuela?
Sir, the United States is at loggerheads with the Maduro government, sir. It believes that the administration is involved in drug trafficking, sir. And on that pretext, the United States is putting pressure on Venezuela. And sir, some of the experts are also saying that it is an effort and an excuse for regime change.
Okay. So, talking about regime change, what do you know about color revolution?
Sir, I'll have to read more on that, sir.
Not aware?
No, sir.
Okay. My last question to you. We witnessed a regime change scenario in Bangladesh and something on similar lines in Nepal also. Essentially not a regime change, but a regime displacement for sure. What were the underlying common causes between these regime disintegration in these two countries?
Sir, the common causes can be, sir, dissatisfaction with the administration over issues like corruption, high unemployment, the use of social media to engineer protests, and sir, other issues.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Akansh, is that how you pronounce your name?
Ma'am, I pronounce it as Akansh, ma'am.
Okay, why so?
My name is Akansh, means Ek and Ansh, and my parents named me in Hindi. So when they translated it, they were not aware about the English language, so they thought it's A. So they named it as Akansh, ma'am.
Okay, all right. Are you aware of the different GDP calculation methods?
Ma'am, I only have a cursory understanding. I'm not very aware.
Okay. Are you aware that IMF gave us a C ranking for our GDP calculation?
Yes, ma'am. I recently read the news.
Okay, so, what do you think can we do to improve this ranking?
Ma'am, I don't know the details. I'll have to read more on that.
Okay, no problem. Are you aware of the recent issue around Article 240 for Chandigarh's inclusion in it?
Yes, ma'am. I'm aware, ma'am. It was about the Home Ministry's push to have an independent Lieutenant Governor for the administration of Chandigarh. And presently, Chandigarh has an administrator, and the Governor of Punjab is the ex officio administrator of Chandigarh. So these MHA wanted a separate independent Lieutenant Governor for Chandigarh.
Is that all, or something else is also going to happen if it's included in Article 240? Will President get some powers here?
Ma'am, if it is under 240, then the President gets powers to make regulations for governance of Chandigarh, ma'am.
All right. And why do you think Punjab has an issue with this inclusion?
The arrangement of Chandigarh is peculiar in a sense that it is the capital of two states and a union territory. And the state of Haryana and Punjab have not yet finalized the arrangement with regards to Chandigarh. In some previous pacts and arrangements, it was decided that Chandigarh will go to Punjab under some conditions. By virtue of it, people in Punjab believe that Chandigarh is an integral part of Punjab, and this attempt by the government was seen as an encroachment to change the status of Chandigarh, which they see as something which is stopgap right now, and to institutionalize Chandigarh as something separate from Punjab.
All right. You mentioned you will be going to Shimla.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so are you aware of the Shimla Accord of 1972?
Yes, ma'am, I've read about it, ma'am. Ma'am, it was after the after the liberation of Bangladesh, ma'am, that India and Pakistan came to the table, where it was decided that every issue between India and Pakistan over Kashmir will be a bilateral issue, and there were formalities which happened after the liberation of Bangladesh about exchange of prisoners and other things, and that was it, ma'am.
All right. Do you see any major civic issues in Panchkula?
Ma'am, Panchkula has in-migration, which is leading to a housing crisis, which is leading to change of floor space ratio in Panchkula, which is seeing an opposition. Secondly, ma'am, there is man-animal conflict which happens in Panchkula because of the increasing number of cow sheds. And thirdly, garbage and waste is a critical issue in Panchkula, and the administration is working towards waste management from source segregation to proper processed disposal of waste.
Okay. How do you think you are going to contribute to this? Let's say you're given the administration of Panchkula.
Ma'am, on the waste management front, I would have civic engagement because Panchkula has high literacy. So I would make people aware the importance of waste, source segregation of waste. On the issue of man-animal conflict, I would have designated areas to protect and preserve animals, but not let them loose. Thirdly, the larger issue in Panchkula is about haphazard urbanization because some villages are a part of the city. So we'll have to ensure an integrated governance for the city by managing both aspects collectively and focusing together on those aspects together. So having a district metropolitan committee would also be a step in that direction.
Okay. You mentioned that you enjoy playing chess. So, is there a specific reason that there are only white and black colors that are used on the chessboard?
Ma'am, I believe there is no specific reason per se. It is something which has evolved over time, and I think that is it, ma'am. If there's something else, I'll definitely read on that.
Sure. And what is the difference between snooker and pool, since you also enjoy playing snooker?
Ma'am, the table of snooker is bigger. The balls in snooker are more. Snooker has 22 balls. Pool has less number of balls. The table is shorter. So the skill level required in snooker is much more than pool, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you.
Hello, Akansh. So you are interested in debating.
Ma'am.
What is the role of a whip in a formal debate team versus the role of a whip in parliament or party politics setup?
Ma'am, in the debating format that we used to have, the role of whip was to counter the arguments of the opposing team, ma'am. In the parliamentary system, the role of a whip is to enforce and regulate conduct of fellow party members and enforce discipline, particularly on sensitive and critical issues, and to ensure voting in a particular manner.
All right. Let's imagine a situation where someone comes to you seeking some alms, seeking some aid. All right. Now, you do not wish to help that person, so you throw a gold coin at him just to shoo him away.
Okay, ma'am.
All right. Now that person catches hold of the gold coin and is very grateful to you, because even though your intention was to shoo the person away, he eventually benefits from your act. On the other hand, a person comes to, let's say, ma'am, and she really wants to help the person, so she throws a gold coin at him, in the process hurting his eye. Right? So the intent was right, but the consequence was not so much. Which of the two acts do you think are morally correct, ethically sound? Which of them is ethically sound?
Ma'am, various ethical thinkers have given arguments on both sides, ma'am. Personally, for me, ma'am, intent really matters, and intent is the root cause of any action. So, favorable intent is fundamental.
All right. Do you think intent also matters in public policy? Intent alone matters in public policy?
Ma'am, in public policy, intent is where it all starts. We'll have to top it up with other aspects, ma'am. But if the intent of a policy is correct, people, more often than not, we'll see that with persuasion and awareness, people come up and support the decision which is taken by the government, ma'am.
Tell me about how families can normalize women earning more than men. Normalize in the sense reaction-wise.
Ma'am, a change of outlook is required. We need to quash the notions of patriarchy and gender roles. It should start with having gender-sensitive education right at the grassroots level. These notions of gender, male ego is something which we are subconsciously taught at the school level, at the early level by society, and there's never an opposition to them. So sensitization from the formative years with apt role models deliberating on the same can be a step in that direction.
What is kitchen in pickleball?
Ma'am, kitchen is the area closer to the net where you can't step in to hit a volley, ma'am. So when we are playing pickleball, we can't step in the kitchen while we are hitting for a volley. Whenever we are serving, the serve cannot land in the kitchen, ma'am.
And why is this rule in place?
Ma'am, pickleball is a sport in which volley shots have a predominant advantage. So if the kitchen rule won't be there, players will come very close to the net and will hit the shot at volley, which will not allow a rally to happen. So it will break the flow of the game and the game will not build up per se. So the kitchen rule ensures continuity in the game.
All right. Thank you, Akansh.
Akansh, who was the first CAG of India?
Sir, it was Sir Edward Drummond, sir.
First CAG after independence.
Sir, I'm forgetting the name, sir.
And who is the current CAG?
Sir, it's K. Sanjay Murthy, sir.
That's correct. Who is the chief economist in Ministry of Finance?
Sir, Anand Nageshwaran, sir, is the chief economic advisor, sir.
Okay. And who publishes economic survey?
Sir, the chief economic advisor publishes the economic survey.
The chief economic advisor or Ministry of Finance?
I beg your pardon, sir. I meant chief economic advisor prepares the report, which is published by the Ministry of Finance.
Okay. Fine, Akansh. Your interview is over. You may go now.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Have your seat.
Thank you, sir.
So this is the third time you are facing interview.
Yes, sir.
What happened in the first two attempts?
So first time I got 185. Next time I got 180, sir.
Okay, that's good. So how many more marks you need?
Sir, 200 would be nice, sir. Let's see what we get.
Okay, that means how many marks you are short of to become IAS?
So last time by 10 marks.
Okay. If you get a 185, 200, it will be
Yes.
safe in safe
Yes,
zone.
Yes, sir.
So what have you planned to do so as to get some extra 20 marks?
Sir, nothing specific. The interview came a bit too early. I've been reading the news, sir. I've been thinking of articulating better. And sir, not sounding overconfident, but being confident with every question. That is the plan, sir.
Good. So your planning is in the right direction. Are you planning to wear this dress only?
No, sir. I'm coming from office actually. Yes, sir. I'm coming all the way from Jaipur today.
I think you'll take care of it. Generally, you know that we suggest that your legs should not be far apart. It should be within the range of chairs. That is a feminist perspective. Okay. So be sensitive to that also. Otherwise, your articulation, I think, is good. You picked up the questions well. You answered it well. And it was having objectivity, to the point answers were coming. Factually also, you did not commit many mistakes. Whether it is question on Panchkula or Chandigarh, you came about well. I don't see any serious problem in your entire presentation. The only suggestion is that let's say development like Indo-Russia, Indo-US, Indo-Britain. We are negotiating 3 big trade deals. We have already signed some deals yesterday with Russia. We have also signed in July with UK and in the process of signing. So 2025 would be highlighted for a kind of revival of liberalization of trade. Maybe they can ask about it.
Sir.
Because you are undergoing trading with audit system. So they can ask you about different types of audit, of course, and why in spite of such a strong system of audit, companies are able to fool public sector banks. Again, the question of transparency and accountability. Judiciary and CAG are 2 autonomous constitutional institutions. Do you feel that they should be more responsible? They should pick up more authority for themselves. Should they be more accountable to the people of India, we the people of India? If we have 2 lakh companies which are shell companies, do you think that CAG is also at least indirectly to blame for that?
You're asking me, sir?
No, you be ready with this kind of tricky questions because some people are already openly criticizing Supreme Court rigid stand about or sometimes too flexible. Some people are suggesting it is too rigid. Some people are suggesting it is too flexible with the government. So public aspiration is growing, and democracy it is bound to happen. So this would be the tricky part, but I think Indo-UK, Indo-US, Indo-Russia would be easier part. So that is what we suggest. Other things are fine. Your connect with the Punjab, Chandigarh, as I suggested, is good. Your connect with your own training program is good. We do not ask very tricky or intricate questions about commerce and accountancy. They can ask you. Which set of questions you faced in first 2 attempts?
Sir, mostly DAF related, and some random questions about current affairs, and mostly DAF related.
This time you're likely to face more about audit and accounting.
Yes, sir.
All the best from our side. Any question you have to ask?
No, sir. I'm good, sir.
Okay, all the best.
Sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.